There's a message out there everywhere right now, or it might just be me that I'm seeing it everywhere. Maybe it's my feed. If you want to be seen, you have to be bold, bright, and take up more space. But the question that I have for you is, what if that's not true? What if that's not actually you? And what if the real secret to being visible, respected, and sought after isn't about being louder, but about being clearer in who you are? Too often, visibility is reduced to an aesthetic. Bright colours, bold outfits, high energy personalities. But leadership presence is so much deeper than that. It's not about forcing an image that doesn't align with you. It's about stepping into a presence that feels powerful, natural, and most importantly, yours. Today, I'm going to break down why the bold equals visible narrative is actually flawed and really gets me frustrated. And I'm going to talk to why I believe it's really outdated, and also how visibility can actually work right across business and leadership. And I want to propose a smarter approach to showing up with a presence that's aligned completely to you. By the end of this episode, you're going to have a completely new way of thinking about your presence, your brand, and how you want to be seen as a leader. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Style and Strategy Podcast, where personal brand meets leadership and style. I'm Sonia, a personal brand and style coach who's been exactly where you are, juggling career and business success, personal growth, and finding a style that truly fits. After decades in corporate leadership, I've learned that showing up isn't just about what you do. It's about how you align who you are and how the world sees you. This season, I'm bringing you practical strategies, bold insights, and honest conversations to help you amplify your presence, unlock your next level, and lead with clarity and confidence. Let's dive in. Let's start where this idea that bold equals visible even came from. In a lot of entrepreneurial spaces, we've been told wear bright colours, take up space, be high energy, or else no one is going to notice you. And then on the flip side, in corporate spaces, we've been told the opposite. Tone it down, blend in, don't make too much of a statement. And then somewhere in between, women have been stuck between these two extremes, either feeling like they have to perform a bigger, louder version of themselves to be seen, or dull themselves down to be taken seriously. And I'm tired of it. The problem with these is they're both outdated. Visibility has nothing to do with volume. It's about clarity. Research says that executive presence and leadership perception have shown that some of the most respected and influential leaders aren't necessarily the loudest or the most bold. They are the ones with a strong, consistent presence. Think about some female leaders that are not so bold and loud, where they don't rely on being the boldest in the room. They actually lead with presence. They stand out because they're clear, grounded, and intentional, not because they're the loudest voice in the room. So how about we start shifting this narrative from how can I be more bold to how can I create a presence that's really aligned to who I am and where I want to go? Now let's get practical here. If bold isn't the answer for you, then what is? What actually makes someone visible, respected, sought after? Well, this is something I like to call the visibility equation. After analysing lots of successful leaders and going through a few experiences myself, I've come down to the fact that visibility is actually a combination of presence, positioning, and perception. So let's break this down. Presence. This is how you carry yourself. It's your energy. It's your confidence. It's the way people experience you before you even say a word. It's not about the volume. It's about resonance. Positioning. This is where you place yourself. Are you in the rooms that align with your next level? Are you showing up where the decision makers are? Perception. This is how people interpret your presence. Does what they see actually align with what you want them to perceive? I know a lot of women who've worked really hard on presence, but positioning and perception has kind of been left to the wayside. They think if I just keep showing up, people will instantly recognize my value. However, visibility isn't just about being present. It's about being strategic about where you show up and how you shape perception. So take a moment and think, where are you placing yourself right now? Are you in the right rooms, the right conversations? Is your presence working for you or against you? Visibility isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. It's about finding an approach that works for you. So, here are a few steps to do that. Step 1, I want you to really define your presence. Not what everybody else says you have to be, the colors that everybody else says you have to wear. This is about what energy do you naturally bring to a room? Are you more commanding or are you more of a quiet authority? Both are powerful. You just need to know which one feels aligned for you. Step 2, position yourself strategically. Visibility isn't just about showing up. It's about showing up in the right places. Are you networking with people who align with your next level? Are you speaking in rooms where decision makers are present? Are you using platforms that really highlight your expertise? Step 3, I want you to align your style and your brand to really support your visibility. This is where style comes in. It's not just a generic wear bright colors to stand out, because your visual presence should match the energy of your leadership. If your style isn't aligned with your brand, it's going to create a disconnect, and that affects perception. Your goal isn't to be the boldest. It's actually to be the most aligned version of yourself. This week, I challenge you to choose one of these areas: presence, positioning, or perception, and refine it. Maybe it's adjusting how you enter a room. Maybe it's seeking out new opportunities where your next level peers are. Or maybe it's aligning your style so your leadership feels fully expressed. Whatever it is, be intentional about it. Don't take the generic advice that is out there just to wear big, bold, bright colors if that's not who you are or what you represent. You don't need to be the loudest to be the most visible. Real presence isn't about volume, it's about resonance. Choose one area, presence, positioning, or perception, to refine this week and see how this shifts how you show up. If today's episode has really resonated with you and you want to go deeper, come join the waitlist for the Activate Blueprint, where we map out exactly how to create presence, position, and perception strategically to refine your brand so your leadership feels effortless and your style is completely aligned to you. See the show notes below for further details. Thanks so much for tuning into the Style and Strategy podcast. If this resonated with you today, I'd love to hear your takeaways. So drop me a DM or tag me on Insta or LinkedIn. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a review. Until next time.